Hey, welcome back to SquareMax Customs. Guess what we found? Probably the cheapest side-by-side on the marketplace. I know, she don't quite look like a side-by-side, but use your imagination. Take a quick walk around. We're gonna get her loaded and out of this neighborhood. That's golden, baby. Well, you're not gonna believe this, but I think Maxine's broken. And I didn't break it doing a freaking burnout. So, and we're towing a freaking Kia. Like, come on. I don't understand. It was acting a little weird on the way home, but I got off the main road onto our back road. Got off the main road and onto the back road, and well, I hit the gas and she didn't really want to go. Transmission slipping. So that sucks. So we pulled over. There's no leaks. Fluids all up to the top. I don't know. This one's a built transmission. So that sucks. So we might have to change the transmission yet again. She's had a few of them. I'm gonna have to sell a kidney or something to afford a tranny for her though, because well, a factory tranny just that's only gonna last like a week or two. Dang it. Okay, it'll be fine. Hey, look, we got a freaking side-by-side. That's cool though. Too bad it don't run. We could have drove that home. I don't want to make the family walk. We're only like 2 miles from home. Think we can do a will it run on the side of the road? The guy said it ran. We put a battery in it and she just cranks over. Look at it's freaking filled with water. Did you guys check out the inside yet? Well, she's missing stuff and the top was off of her. They had a tarp, but it was just laying on the floor. So if this runs, I'm limited on tools too. What do we do? All right, we're gonna give her 5 minutes and try. You know, I still got reverse. If I can just figure out how to turn it around, we could back it home 2 miles. Ah, wouldn't that be amusing? All right, well, that's your update. Look, we're on the side of the road. Go buy merch. I think I need a tranny. Thank you, please. Or don't. It's up to you. Look at that LB7. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We just put brand new tires on her. Dang it. You guys ready to walk?
Yeah.
Oh, we're moving. We're moving.
It's a miracle.
Well, let's cross our fingers we can make it home. Well, we'll make it home one way or another. That's your update. Ain't that thing freaking cool? Well, look, we made it home. Bad news. But we drove like 10 miles an hour the rest of the way home after we let the truck cool down. Look at it. Can you read that? Gear 2, incorrect ratio. Pressure control solenoid A stuck on. Well, that sucks. Well, let's take pictures before I forget. Gotta go on the old Google webs and see what the Google internet says to us. What, a 1988 that plugs in? Get out of here. I love this truck. For anybody that hasn't seen it, this is the inside that I pieced together. I'm sorry, I built this before YouTube. But she's a 88 and a 2002 that got merged together. 6.6 LB7 Duramax. Okay, that's enough about this truck. This video is about the new side-by-side. Well, the guy said she was sitting for about a year or so. Said he went to start her and she wouldn't start, so he bought a brand new battery and, well, she wouldn't start. So that's where we come into play. Well, I was hoping it was going to be just a wire, but I got following that back. And it looks like it goes to this electric fan down in here. Watch this. She's just bouncing around hitting the engine. But don't worry about that. It'll be fine. You ain't gotta, it's okay. Oh, look at this. So the radiator's brand new. That's fine too. It's nothing to worry about. I don't know. You guys always worry about everything. It'll be fine. And it's filled with water. So that's the right way. She's got oil in her. Hold on. I can't figure out how to work the top. I'm sorry. That's as far as we got. Look at her though. This is about the coolest side-by-side you can get. Oh yeah, she's been rained in. The feller had a nice tarp on it, but the tarp wasn't really doing its job. What is this, a cubby hole? Any of you guys got one of these? Well, it's gonna be a cubby hole. It might as well be a cubby hole. No back seat. We gotta get a back seat because, well, where are we gonna bolt the youngins in? We can't just throw them in the back and put them in a cage. That's not right, is it? No. Look at it. A free tarp? Whew, we're already making our money back. How you beat that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, freaking bugs. Should bomb it first. Always bomb stuff when you buy it. Well, at least they took the carpet out, huh? I don't hear the fuel pump kicking on, but look at that. We got an access panel. That's pretty freaking nifty. So this thing's got a really solid frame, and it's a full frame on it. So that was cool. This side was soaking wet too. Do you think maybe the electrical box is bad? Said he's got brand new brakes for it, so that's good because the pedal went right to the floor. Don't look like we got too many goodies in here. Ooh, receipts. Hold on. Well, there we go. 574 bucks for tires and alignment. So, I mean, that was worth our money alone, huh? Score. She's not terribly bad. A little beat up, but not bad. All right. And look what else it came with. A brand new top. How do you beat that? We just got to put it on. Or maybe. Do you think it don't fit? Why wasn't the top on and the water was filling up on there? But nobody, who knows? Nobody knows. It'll be fine. It's probably the right top. Brand new, huh? We'll flip it, babe. Oop. Oh, wow. That is new. It's nice. I hope that goes on there. That'll be cool. We'll have to figure that out. We need a bumper. So it's got a salvage title. We realized that on the way home. Well, rebuilt title. So what that means is it got in an accident and it had to go through inspection. So maybe it had a fender banger or whatever, and they brought it and got it inspected, and now the title says rebuilt. If it didn't say that and it said rebuildable, then it would still have to go through the inspection process. If it says salvage, it's junk, it's garbage, it's only good for parts. Just so you know, if you ever buy something in Florida. So we're gonna have to figure out a bumper. The tires are new still, so I wonder if they put the new tires on it. I think it was 2 years ago, the receipt said. And then it got parked. I don't know. He said he didn't drive it. He had a really nice Jeep Wrangler. Well, the wifey's gonna do some vacuuming and cleaning on the inside, and it was just thundering and lightning and all that stuff, but this is Florida and it does that. 2 minutes later it stops. So we're gonna try to beat the rain in case it does rain, and maybe put the top on because, well, she really don't need to get no wetter and nastier, and you know, we need it to dry out is what I'm trying to say, because for all we know, maybe the computer or something is wet. I'm gonna find a fuse box and I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way on some of them, and the other ones I'm gonna test with a test light, and maybe a fuse is popped that got wet. So that's where we're starting. Well, we didn't really get no goodies. Some receipts. happy hour glasses, but they're broken. Some tokens, a happy hour, you know, after hour thing, and I don't know, 75, 85, 95 cents and change. So that's cool.
Quarters for the quarter machine.
Oh, you ain't kidding. The wifey likes the quarter machine. Well, first let's see if we can find a bolt or something for that radiator, because well, what happens if we get get it running and we forget about that and we go bombing around the field or something? Well, you know what I'm trying to say, it won't be good. I tell you all not to worry about that very often. This must have been from a Duramax I took apart. Yeah, I think so. There's got to be something in here, huh? So that looks, maybe this one will take. Oh, there's 3. Same size. One of them will fit, yeah, maybe. If not, what did they say? Cross thread is Loctite? Yeah, it'll be fine. What's up, babies? I only left you out here for a second. Oh my goodness. Yeah, one of them was a winner. Wonder if all 3 would screw in. We're not gonna try it. We found one. That's all that matters. All right, we can get that clipped up there. And I guess before we'll do that, we'll figure out how to attach this fan. All right, one step at a time. Probably could have raked that stuff up, huh, with a shovel. Well, maybe this thing was hit in the front. I'm not sure. Maybe that's why it's got a, you know, rebuilt title. But look, some stuff was drilled out and it's a little kinkled here. And then my favorite part is I think maybe one of my relatives owned it, or maybe I worked on it before. I'm not sure, but check it out. The grill is held on with zip ties, but they're professional. Look, they cut the end off. This one's got a little wire just in case. But what really made me look at it is the zip ties are color matched to the grill. Talk about professional. I mean, you can't get much more professional than that. Hey, back to what I was doing. What was I doing? Oh, the radiator. So here's the little clippy that, you know, they give you with the aftermarket fans. And well, you know, it's gone. It don't work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 2 of them through the little washer, and we'll put them through the radiator just like this little thing was. And I don't have another plastic washer, so I'm just gonna pop these 2 on, and then you take another zip tie, go down this way, cut your ends off. You don't wanna be a hack. And well, that'll hold the 2 together. Then we'll put that 10mm bolt right here, and I think we're gonna come over here and check the fuses on this. And then I guess we should, we'll wire this back up. That goes to the fan. Hey, I found something else nice too. Check this out. The intake, it was fixed professionally. Black tape, electrical tape. You can't get much better than that. All right, back at it. Remember not to be a hack and cut the ends of your zip ties off. It looks much more professional that way. Whoa, hold on. Look at that. Like it came out the dealership. Look at this. Ooh, she's getting clean. Look how thick they are. This was in a really nice neighborhood too. Check out the inside. Wife is amazing. That's just a quick vacuum. We haven't even done nothing yet. She looked brand used. No, you can't even tell. I'm telling you what, this is dealership ready. Oh, okay, wait, we gotta get the top on. Then it'll be dealership ready. So I figure we'll check out what the air filter looks like. But I discovered something else that I'm telling you, one of my relatives owned this. Or the guy was just like me. Maybe, you know, we were related in the past. I don't freaking know. But, well, what I'm trying to say is only 2 of these match. Right? The rest are, they're all different. Check this out. Well, it's just put together with whatever somebody had laying around. I seem to buy a lot of vehicles that somebody pieced together. But it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's not yours, is it? No, I didn't think so. Hold that. Sweetheart. Thank you. Oh, the air filter looks nice. I don't want to screw up their beautiful black tape job. Oh, watch me struggle with an air filter cleaner. Well, either way, it looks brand used. It's fine, is what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, I wanted to test the fuel pump. Well, we're gonna attempt to put this top on, maybe, I don't know. We're gonna try is what I'm trying to say. Unfortunately, none of the fuses were blown. Hopefully, you know, maybe it's something simple like a fuel pump. I was really hoping it was a fuse and we could shoop, shoop, and be done with it. This thing really cleaned up good. We need a back seat. Do you know if the regular Sportages that don't have the, are they still called a Sportage? Either way, do you know the ones with the top? Do they have them? Are the back seats the same is what I'm trying to ask? How's that clip in there, you think? Oh, there's a little...
Yeah.
Oh, you okay? Yep. Don't fall, baby girl. What's gonna hold it up on this? All right, I think. Those things gonna be snazzy, huh? That's easy enough, right? How do you know how high it's supposed to go? Maybe you're supposed to do the sides first.
Maybe.
Y'all laughing at us? Brand new top came with it. How you beat that? That's probably worth close to the $5. We actually paid $400 for it. And it had a brand new top, brand new battery, bunch of brand new brake parts. The tires were put on 2 years ago like that receipt says. Everybody that owns one of these right now, they're just sitting back laughing. Like, you gotta start on that corner, work your way around. So does the whole top piece come off or do the windows come off?
The windows come off. They unzip right there on the seam. It flips up.
Well, it's about as hard to put on as a Jeep top. Your soft top on your... Oh. Your soft top on yours wasn't easy either, no?
No.
Oh, what are the buttons for? Is this the wrong bar? Does this thing... Come here.
There's a whole nother piece.
I know, but isn't that what the zipper's for? What? How do you work this? Is this the wrong bar? Is this aftermarket? Well, it's got a bunch of different bolts and nuts holding it in there, so it's probably not the right one. Oh, you got your sides? Freaking slacking, fellas and fellas. She's faster than me.
It's a little loose.
How babe?
It's a little loose.
Well, I think I don't understand how the back stays on. Do you think the original bar would have had clips on it? We'll put it in the comments, please, and thank you. Well, the top's on, look. We're gonna play with it a little bit more, you know, because who don't like to play with it? Always makes people happy, no? Yeah? And we'll get the back piece on and the tailgate shut. Look at that. Freaking looks good, no? I think that's an aftermarket back bar. And maybe we're supposed to have cross rails, I don't know, to keep the flap at the top. Or maybe it'll shrink a little bit when it's in the sun. But that looks way cooler. Let me ask you this. Why would you go buy a tarp and bungee cords when you could have just simply put the top on it that you had? I don't know. Maybe he put the bungee cord and everything on it and ordered the top afterwards. I don't know. Don't worry about that. That'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. Brand new tires. Look, radiator's all in there. You're not gonna believe this. I'm sorry, camera wasn't on, but I swear I squirted a little bit of go-go juice inside there, and well, she didn't do nothing. She didn't even say hello. So I don't know. I was thinking maybe fuel related. What do you think? Has this got some kind of electrical issues with them? Like, well, I already curious about the electrical issue because, like, well, you know, everything's wet. So, like, what all got wet inside there is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Well, I got a little spark plug tester, and I figured we'd just plug it in and check the spark. Hey, I found this in a toolbox that I bought somewhere, garage sale, an airport hanger, I don't know. Either way, I found it last week when I was looking for something else. I thought we were going to use it to test the spark, but well, I was mistaken. So I tried this with some brake clean, but today's brake clean don't even burn your hand. I think they're ripping us off. It's probably like water in a can with some, I don't know, like 2% alcohol. All right, whoa. Go on, man, just crank her. Oh! Go ahead. Huh?
Keep going?
Yeah, go try again. Alright, good. Well, she's trying to fire, so that means she has spark. We can't get the fuel pump to kick on. And look at this. What? Look. I don't know. You better put that back. I think it's supposed to be like that. It'd be fine is what I'm trying to say. What is this one? I think this thing's been messed with quite a bit. I could be wrong. So, you got the key off, bud? We still got to fix it, but this is the fan wire. I doubt that has anything to do with it. So, we pulled the cover off for the pump, and we were trying to test the wires, and I went on the old brilliant Google websites and all that good stuff, and it told me something about the gray wire was going to be the positive wire, but well, I got no gray wires, and I can't get juice out of any of them with the old, you know, 1900 test light. But look at, somebody's already been in here. This one's busted and melted, and yeah, I'm not sure. Why does this, look how many wires go into this fuel pump. It's a 2002. I don't understand. We were looking for one of them fuel shutoff switches, but we haven't been able to find one yet. So the adventure continues, but that's your update. If I can figure out what wire is supposed to be the juice wire, we can plug it back in and, you know, run a jumper wire to it to see if that fuel pump's any good. So updates. We cleaned the grounds and put it back on. We're still not getting no juice back here. We checked all the fuses again. And then we did a bunch of researching, and I guess we're supposed to have juice to this 15, this 10, and this relay. Those are our fuel related relays, or fuel related relay and fuses, or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say here. Maybe don't. I can barely talk. It's hot out here is what I'm trying to say. We got cloud coverage, but Florida's death. Okay, back to the subject. 15 amp has juice. This 10 amp don't have none. Hey, look it. I'm gonna fix this, right? But it needs a fuse, and I don't have a fusible link, so we just, you know, DIY'd our own fuse. Hold on, I gotta know where to set the camera, otherwise I'd show you. I'll try. Give me a second, calm down. Jeez, you guys gotta stop yelling at me all the time. I don't like it. Okay, look, check it out. Boop, check it out. Boop. Look at that DIY fusible link. We'll throw some tape around it, you know, the good old electrical tape that's been around since, I don't know, the time of age. And it'll be perfectly fine, I'm telling you. So don't worry about it. What else? That's for the fan. And hold on, I found something out. So we haven't tried it yet because it kicked on. So we figured we'd do it with you all in front of us. Give me a second. Hold on. Stay. Maybe we should hotwire this into this fuse for a second. That might be smart, huh? No? Yeah? No, we'll just jam this. We'll just jam it with this. That's what we'll do. Yes, where are we? Okay. Well, if I jump juice to this fuse, the fuel pump kicks on. So what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna, hold on, give me a second. Move stuff off the engine. And we're gonna jump this while Turbuster's inside, and he cranks it, and hopefully it fires. And then I guess we just got to figure out why it's got no juice to that 10 amp. Or, I mean, if it don't catch fire, we'll just, you know, run a new hot wire. Okay. All right, turn it over, buddy. Oh.
Turn it over?
No, turn the key on first. Okay, ready? Fan's working. All right, ready? I'm gonna turn the fuel pump. You're gonna turn it over, go ahead. Is the fuel pump running? Oh, hold on, buddy. Turn the key off. Okay, ready? You listen for the fuel pump. Oh, yeah, I hear it. You hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Sorry for all the camera dramatic. We need one more person. All right, you turn it over. Give her gas. All right. Turn her off. Okay, well, we can juice that and the fuel pump kicks on, but she still don't run. So back to the thinking board. Okay, I understand. Well, thanks for visiting. Home is where you park it. Canned ham, vintage. Well, we picked up a couple sensors for the whole side-by-side. I got a crank sensor and a cam sensor. So I'm going to change this one first. It says they both play a role in the whole sparky, fuely thingy. So, but most likely if one's bad, I would guess it's this one, the crank sensor. But seeing as I had to order them both and wait a few days to get them, I figured I'd just order them both. We'll throw this one in first, and if it fixes it, sweet, we'll return that one and get our 40 bucks back. And well, if that one don't fix it, we'll just leave it in and we'll bring that one and pop that one in and cross our fingers. And then if they both don't fix it, well, I guess we got spare Kia parts on the, you know, the shelf. What's up, baby?
The cat's here.
Oh, Inspector Bob Marley. He's got to check every vehicle out we get as soon as it comes in the yard. Marmar's like 14 years old. He's been with us for a long time. You don't see him too much on the camera because he's not a big garage cat. So, well, the top, you know, turned into a swimming pool. And, well, everything's freaking wet. So, yeah, I know, baby. We put a roof on it. Hey, hop in there. Don't step on the plastic. And when Daddy tells you, I want you to push up on the center of that to knock all the water off, okay? You got it?
If I see a bug, I'm freaking out.
You're fine. There's only a couple of ants and stuff in here. Okay. Daddy killed a bunch of the bugs already. All right. Push right up in the center. Push up. Push, push. Yeah, hold it up. Keep holding, baby. Yeah, that's it, sweetheart. You're good. Thank you. You can go play now. Well, yeah. Huh, that's weird. Look it, she's in the garage. It's too freaking hot outside. She looks so freaking tiny in my shop. Looks like I could fit like 6 of them in here. That's so cool. I mean, side-by-sides aren't supposed to be big, right? Hey, check it out. I got her up on my 2-post car lift. I know, we don't all have a 2-post car lift, but I'm pretty fancy up in this place. Well, this thing's, I've always changed these sensors and they were always on the front of the engine. Well, this one's, what's back here? Come on under, look at the frame's good. Bear with me, I don't have the best light under here and I don't feel like getting a lead cord and another light. It's awfully oily, huh? So that's good, that means everything's lubricated good. So you don't have to worry about all the oil drips. I mean, it's only been in the shop for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. Where are we? Hold on. Freaking ain't enough room. My 2-post lift ain't high enough. Let's, hold on, bear with me. It's crazy. What is that? What the freak? You all see that? Oh, you get what is going on here? Huh? Do you think that was extra? Do you think that's how it goes? Well, that's freaking nasty under here. All right, well, we are right up in there. Y'all can't see, so I'm just gonna get this dang sensor changed out, and we're gonna hope that it's the crankshaft positioning sensor, because that one's easier to change. And what else did I do? Don't worry, I unhooked the battery terminals. I also cleaned them because they weren't really clean. So when we get them back on there, at least that'll be better. One step closer, right? Right. All right. Don't worry about it. I'll be back in a bit. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I don't have to. I could just pretend like, you know, I didn't just pull out the wrong sensor. But I found this one in the approximate location that, you know, the old Google internet gods told me it was. And I pulled it out and then pulled this one out, and well, this one's got a tail on it and it's completely different. So about another 25 minutes and I think we figured out, oh yeah, look, things have escalated. But I think we figured out this thing's a greasy mess. A freaking, she's just Kia greases. Ah, man. Okay, so look, I found a little cubby hole. Somewhere up in that little disaster is our little sensor. Can you see the wire right there? Well, it's in there, it's one of them. And that sensor is behind the oil dipstick, almost on the top. So yeah, I'm gonna put this one back in, and I'm gonna take that one out and put this one in. Then we'll hook the battery up, cross our fingers, and hope she fires up, because the other sensor, the cam position sensor, is back. Hold on, this dang screen went dark. I don't freaking know what I'm recording. Well, what I'm trying to say is it's back there somewhere. Yeah, fun, right? Right. Okay, back to work. Well, look it. I finally found it. It's hiding behind the oil dipstick or tranny dipstick. I don't know, but I jammed this bar in there to manipulate the dipstick tube to where I wanted it, and I can finally see the 10 millimeter. I'm still having a heck of a time to get onto it, but we'll get it. Well, maybe, just maybe that was our problem. I don't know, but look, when I took it all out, well, it just fell apart and disintegrated. So let's cross our fingers. And did I mention Kia grease is ridiculous? It's like Jeep grease. It just don't come off, and it's everywhere. Well, I'm sorry for blinding y'all. Hold on, buddy. I'll bring you out in a second. I know you want to go outside, God. Give me a minute. Yeah, a minute. So, yeah, it's in there. I just bent the crap out of the tube. There's actually a slit right there if you want to try to take the dipstick tube off and pull it out to replace it. That might have been easier, but we don't do easy around here. Come on, y'all know better than that. We can't, man. Look. Freaking birds are back. I think the government's in disguise. Can't go out there, they'll freaking eat you, bro. Well, do you think she's gonna start? Well, I guess, do you think the fuel pump will kick on? If the fuel pump kicks on, then we got a pretty good chance. Make sure you use your favorite hammer to get your battery terminals on. Don't you worry about that. If it works, it works. It identifies as a hammer today. That was fun. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lie to y'all. Alright. Come on, let's check out if the fuel pump kicks on, she might fire. Let's see what we got. Ready? Stuff in my eyes. Well, I'll hear it. Did you hear it? I didn't hear it. Dang it. Okay. Well, there's $40 in about 2 hours. Okay, on to the next. Well, hopefully it's this one. I don't know. I said online the cam and the crank sensor both played parts in the spark and the fuel. So I don't know. I could be reading wrong, but plus when you look them up online, it shows both of those sensors in a kit that you can buy. So maybe, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think it's behind here, I think is what I read. I don't know though. So I'll pull that off and hopefully it's that sensor. The next thing I guess it could be is the computer. Side-by-sides are expensive. Well, at least we only got just under $500 into this one so far. I tell you what, they put these things in a hard to get spot, and either every bolt on this thing is loose or it's super tight. So we got to use the impact hammer on it to get them started. But let me tell you what, I don't know why they got to hide all the sensors. This thing's hiding back here. So the plug on the other one, the sensor had like a 6-inch plug, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be nice and easy to plug. That's what took so long. It wasn't even that the sensor was behind the oil dipstick. It was yeah, it was that the plug was freaking in the back of the engine. It's got the little metal clip on it that you got to try to put in so the plug don't wiggle loose. Why is everything stuck? What? There's no room to get it out. So maybe this is our issue. Well, if I can't get... Oh, I think I just bent the grill. Oh, look at this plug, came nice and long. All right, well, that's your update so far. We're this far. Well, what do you think? Is she gonna fire up? Fingers crossed? I hope you all got your fingers crossed, because mine are crossed. My toes are cramping. I got them crossed too. All right, let's hope the fuel pump kicks on. Please, 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 please. Nothing. Nothing. The problem is we can hot wire it like you saw in the beginning of the video, but look, there's freaking ants inside this thing. And I've already bombed it. I hate the beeper. Well, first thing we got to do is take the beeper. Dang it, $100 down the drain. First thing we got to do is take the beeper out once we get it running right. All right, $500 is what we're at so far, pretty much. So, the computer, I guess. That sucks. Y'all think I'm playing about this thing being ant infested, but I sprayed it yesterday. I know it's dark, but you can see all them little freaking ants. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it had some other little tiny, like, flying insects inside it too. I mean, there was no freaking back on it, so what are you really expecting? It was filled with leaves. Don't worry about that, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I was really freaking hoping to find a broken wire or something. Alright, I'm gonna locate the computer and look at that, I guess. Well, let's see. What have I done? What have we done? What have we done? Yeah. Well, I took the glove box out and looked behind it, and I can't find the ECM or PCM, the engine control module or whatever. Okay, I can't find it. I took this off because somewhere told me it was under here online. Well, I can't find it. I put a scope up through it both ways. It's not back here. It's not under there. It's not up front. I found one under here, but I guess it's the TCM. You can't see. Don't be scared. It's only dark for a second. Well, that's not the one I'm looking for. That's for the transmission. So what I'm saying is I don't know where this freaking PCM engine control modular is. It's hiding. What have we done up here? Oh, hey, look at this diagnostic port. That's pretty cool, right? Like, you got the one underneath the dash that you can plug your OBD in, which I'm not getting any codes for anybody wondering. Well, this one's pretty cool, right? Well, right here is an A and a B port, and you can jump them. Well, that kicks the fuel pump on, so that's cool. Sort of the same thing as us jumping these. But here's the problem. That kicks the fuel pump on, but it still don't start. So, with that being said, where do we go next? We pulled one of the injector plugs off. Now we're getting a ground to the one side, but we're not getting a positive to the other side of the injector plug. So I'm guessing, I don't know. I don't have all them fancy tools, and I don't even know how to use them if I did have them. I'm just your backyard redneck. Okay, back to the subject. Okay, one side's got ground, but the other side's got no positive to ignite the injector, you know? How do you ignite it without, you need a ground and a positive, right? Right. So, I don't know. So, these Kias, I guess, from what I've read, I'm learning a lot on them. They're noted for ground issues. So I cleaned a bunch of grounds, but check it out, check it out. I don't think we got a ground issue. Look, it's on the positive, positive, put it on the positive, click it to the, oh, sorry, calm down, jeez. Green, it turns green, we got a ground. Look, it's grounded. Valve cover, look, it's grounded. Intake, it's grounded. Little metal stud on the intake, well, it's grounded. Look at this little bracket, has a rubber grommet on it, and we can still catch a ground. So, the body, grounded. Let's go to the fender. ground. Let's try the hood. So what I'm trying to get at is I don't think we have a ground issue on it, because like anywhere I touch, let's go down to the AC pump. Get through the grease, it's got a ground. So yeah, I don't think it's a ground issue. Now, hopefully by the time this video goes up, you guys will be watching me get it running, and actually driving around my property would be the ideal. So, although some of you are probably in the comments telling me what the issue is, thank you, I do appreciate it. Hopefully by that point, you know, it's already running. But until then, I guess I'm gonna look for this computer some more, because I don't know where the freak they hid it. I don't understand. The battery, like we said, the battery is new. It's got all the juices. I don't know. I just don't know. We've swapped relays. I've checked the fuses 10 times. I've taken them out and cleaned the end of the fuses and put them back in. All the fuses are checking out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody said it was under there. Somebody said it was behind the glove box. I can't find it. Funny if it's right there. Nope. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of grounds over here. I cleaned all the grounds back there that I found. Like, there's a lot more grounds, but all right, that's enough. I'm sorry. I'll stop gabbing and whatever.
Some forums.
So, yeah, we have probably got a good hour invested in looking for this stupid ECM, ECU, PCM, whatever you want to call it. Why do they got 3 different names for it? I don't know. Either way, look. The wife started digging at the carpet. Yep, the carpet. Not the kick panel. Not behind the glove box. Not under the dash over there, or in the engine bay, or none of them other spots. Here's something funny. The forums and the interwebs kept telling us that it was right here. Well, here's a plate, and here's a plate, but no computers. So, we've had the old boroscope or whatever you call it out, because one of them said it was here and there's a plate there. Well, you can see straight through. That's just to get to the mechanism. Yeah, it shows you like 25 different spots, but nothing showed us the floor. Look at what we found. Velcroed carpet. What? Yeah, not the kick panel. That had nothing to do with it. Well, there it is. Cool. Well, it's all wet under there, maybe. I don't know. What is behind this one? So freaking weird. Who puts it down where you put your feet? Well, Kia does. That's who, you know. Well, that was fun. That was like 8 freaking little bolts or nuts holding this thing in this big plate. Look at it. It's got Velcro on it to hold the carpet. That's not the funny part. The computer box actually has Velcro on it to hold the carpet. Like, they got this big metal plate just to protect the wires. Look at this creepy, nasty. Oh man, that is a huge freaking nest. I mean, it's the size of my freaking fist. It's so creepy. Let's just get rid of that. Yeah, bugs. Did you see how wet it was down here? I'm sorry, we got sidetracked. There's so many bugs around. It's so freaking wet under here. Can you see the moisture up on the firewall and stuff? So maybe we'll get lucky and pull that off and let it dry out. I don't know, probably not. We'll order one of them and we'll pick this video up in a week or whenever it comes in. Well, for a sealed unit, we got some stuff out of it. There was some gunk in it, nest, and it was a little wet. I don't know nothing about this stuff besides, you know, it's a motherboard, it's green, you know, that's about all I could tell you. But down in here it was all nasty. You sort of see some residue still. I tried to clean it the best I could with a wire brush. Was that right? Probably not. Did I do it anyways? Yes, because, well, I'm gonna plug it back in. Well, first I'm gonna hit it with a heat gun really slowly and get the rest of the moisture out of it, and I'm gonna do the same thing to that plug. Then I'll put it back in and we're gonna cross our fingers that something happens, and if nothing happens, I guess I'll order one of these. I gotta learn how to test this type of stuff. Probably not. I probably need machines that cost more money than I could ever afford. Okay, that's your update. So I've had a fan in here drying it out. We dried the box out, put it all back together. It's doing the same thing. So I went and got the voltmeter out, and I don't know, the Winterweb said test pin 54. So I tested it and we got no volts to it, and I guess that's for the injectors. I don't know. So that's your update. Back to the old Google gods. So here's your update. That's really not an update, but I figured some of y'all are probably playing along and putting in the comments what might be wrong with it, or what my dumminess is doing wrong. But I just want to show you, look, we're connected to the positive, so we're checking ground side now. We're not checking, you know, we're green light again, checking grounds. So just for curiosity, look at nothing, 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 right? Okay, so look at this. Look at this. Now, I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe I'm just thinking way outside the box here because I've been messing with this thing way too long. But why they got ground power? Now remember, if I juice that, if I put juice to that fuse right there from the battery, it kicks the fuel pump and everything on. But it's not controlling the injectors, so it's not running still, is what I'm thinking. But does that mean I gotta short somewhere inside this whole freaking rig? Because why would you have a fuse on the ground side, right? Wrong? I don't know. Somebody fill me in the comments so I can learn something new, or I don't understand this. Why is it grounding? Hook it to the thing. See, look, these ones are good. That's positive. That means we got positive both sides. This side, nothing, because it's grounding. I don't know. Fill me in if you can. Well, I really like to bomb my vehicles that I buy that have been sitting for who knows how long before I get home. But one, I forgot to bring the fogger, and two, it didn't have a top, so it would have just went right out the back going, you know, 70, 65, 55 miles an hour all the way home. So, yeah, let's see if we can kill these bugs. I'm not going to shut the door because this thing's so freaking small. The bugs are just going to come out anyways. I've already sprayed it once, obviously, with some just regular spray, actually horse spray. It works good to keep the flies away. And it kills bugs, obviously. So, yeah, rid of bug. Yay! That was bad. Well, I think that bug bomb worked last night because, well, I got dead ants and little bugs and all over the shop. So that's cool. Hey, I'm gonna try something here, and I don't recommend anybody doing anything that I do. Just sit back, watch, and laugh, and have fun. This is solely for your entertainment, and all stunts are performed by a professional redneck. Okay, so I'm gonna hot wire. Okay, here's what we did. Let's start back. I'm sorry, I'm going too fast. I have ground to the injector. When we're turning the key over, the ground breaks. Computer controls the ground. So I don't really think it's a computer. I don't want to throw money at it if I don't have to, is what I'm trying to say. So with that being said, what I did is I have no power to the injector. So I spliced in a power wire to the injector. And here's the only spot I'm a little nervous. We have these fuses are grounded. So they're supposed to have power. If we run power to them, the fuel pump kicks on. But they're grounded is what I'm getting at. So hopefully, when I plug this in, we don't catch nothing on fire because, well, we're sending positive juice back. Either way, I hope y'all understand. I'm gonna rig it into this little fuse here with this. That way, hopefully, maybe it'll pop this, what do we got, 20 amp or something in there before it catches the rig on fire. That's the plan. I just wanted y'all to be filled in on what this crazy dude's trying over here, and we'll see. All right, y'all ready? Nothing on fire yet. Fuel pump's running. All right, old girl, come on. Uh-oh. Is battery dead, or did we just fill the cylinders with we're probably filling the cylinders right now with fuel, huh? I wonder. Uh-oh. Well, the terminal's loose. That's not good. All right, well, I'm gonna tighten this up and try again. All right, let's see if we got, let's see what happens. Dang it. Well, that didn't work. Well, nothing's working, so I'm just gonna pour a bunch of gas on the air filter and make sure she still runs. I swear to you, I heard her running when we did this the last time, but it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Just squirt the gas right on the air filter, get that thing dripping, soaking wet, sort of close the air filter lid, and cross your fingers. Well, let's try putting the fuel up closer. Yup, that's entirely way too much. Came right out on the freaking exhaust. Okay, that'll be fine. Don't worry about it, right? Right. I think maybe, I don't know, stay. Well, that was bad. We probably shouldn't have did that. Well, maybe the timing belt is broke. Or did I blow a fuse jumping everything? So here's your update. I got carried away and I was like, you know what? It's not freaking starting. Maybe it did jump time or something. Well, all these marks in here, right? Listen. The I and the E, well, they're lined up where they need to be, is what I'm trying to say. And then, so I didn't pull the whole cover off, so I can't see the mark on the actual gear under the cover. But if we look down there on the crank pulley, the timing mark lines up with the bracket. So I would assume that that's fine, especially if that mark lines up and that mark lines up. So I'm not gonna rip that down any further than I already have. I'll put it back together, fill it back up with some fluid, and I don't know, keep on the adventure. We'll figure it out eventually, I hope, maybe, fingers crossed. Well, I'm not sure where y'all keep disappearing to, but look, I got everything back together. Well, things escalated. I was like, before I do anything, I better make sure we're actually top dead center on piston 1, so, well, she's right there. So, I'm gonna check for spark. Where'd the plug go? It was awfully dry, but who knows? I don't know. We ain't getting fuel. We ain't getting, I don't know what we're getting. But that's your update. That's all I can tell you. So, like I said, I'm gonna check spark and probably put it all back together. Look, I'm only one person right now, so I'm gonna need y'all to help me out. You know, you stay here and let me know if that's got spark. I'm gonna go crank her over. Well, what'd you come up with? Do we got a spark or no? Well, check it out. She's all back together. I can't beat that. Yeah. Well, look. Forgot the cover that went down there. That's fine. It's not like we got it running or anything. We probably got to take it back apart anyways. Ain't nothing to worry about. Well, I got bad news. Unfortunately, we can't get every vehicle running every video. I wasn't going to post this, but we got almost an hour of footage already. So, this is your video for this week. The Kia, well, you guys heard it. Go back in the video. We all heard it fire for 2 seconds. So we know it had spark. Well, it don't have spark no more. It don't have no juice to the injectors. It don't have no juice to the fuel pump. What I'm trying to get at is I think the computer's bad. Unfortunately, I'm having issues finding this computer for this Sportage. I'm not sure what the deal is, but mine's got this little orange sticker on it, and all the numbers on it are different than all the ones I can find on the computer. So if you got a 2000, I think 1 to 03 or something like that Sportage sitting around, 2-wheel drive, that's the other downfall about this side-by-side. But if you got one of these sitting around and maybe you want to sell the computer out of it, hit me up, because if it's the same one that I need, I will buy it. But unfortunately for this video, I couldn't find one. But in my adventure or my searches or whatever looking for a computer, I came across an even better side-by-side. So hopefully we'll get back to this eventually. Unless one of you want to buy it off me, that would be great, because, well, I don't need 2 side-by-sides, and like I said, we just bought another one. So this video is done for this week. I appreciate y'all watching. Head on over to squaremaxmerch.com, pick yourself up a shirt, a koozie, or whatever. We did throw a bunch of new parts at it, but we threw a bunch of new parts at it, so what do you think? This is our new side-by-side. She's 4x4, and we got a good price on her. Now, she's got some rust, and she runs like crap, and she's backfiring and spitting and sputtering, and she's throwing all sorts of codes, but the price was right, and it's already got mud tires on it. It's lifted, it's 4-wheel drive, the top comes off. What I'm trying to say is, there'll be a video on this eventually when we get to it, after we do our, yeah. Make sure y'all come back next Thursday. We got the International, the Can-Ham Vintage International. Home is where you park it. So hopefully this will be next week's Will It Run video. Love y'all, thanks for watching, peace.